if you're watching this video, it's because you're wondering who the best Hollywood Jeff is. And, let me tell you, we got a great Jeff we're talking about this week for Jeff-uary. We're going to go over his whole story, some of our favorite movies and TV shows of his, and see if Jeff Daniels is the best Jeff. And the Walgren boys are here.
What up?
Yeah. You guys have been in enough episodes. I don't think I have to introduce you anymore.
Yeah, we're mainstays.
No.
We're recurring characters.
Recurring characters, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I've arced.
Yeah, Riley arced when you did a solo episode.
I heard,
Yeah.
I did a solo episode. I started smoking cigarettes. I got a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
I moved into my own trailer.
Yeah.
There you go.
He went full Bojack.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you right now, there's one reason Jeff Daniels is the best Hollywood Jeff, and that's because he's a Lions fan.
That's true, yeah.
He's also from Michigan.
He's the only Jeff that we're going to talk about. There might be more Jeffs from Michigan, but he's the only Jeff we're talking about that's from Michigan.
He's up there with the famous Pantheon of Michigan actors like J.K. Simmons. And,
yeah, that's right. Kristen Bell.
She's from Michigan?
She's from
she
Grosse
is.
Pointe.
I don't know if she's really up there with the greats.
Yeah.
I mean, she's in a lot of stuff. She's
Tim
been
Allen.
around a long time. Tim Allen,
who I tried to get on this podcast, and
the Key or Peele guy.
Yes, the Key or Peele
Keegan.
guy.
Yes, Key.
Star of Wonka. Did you guys see Wonka?
No, the new
Yeah.
one. What'd you think?
I didn't see
Does
it.
it have Jeff Daniels in it?
No.
Then
We're
fuck
talking about Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
We're not talking about fucking Wonka. Yeah, he still lives in Michigan to this day, which
really?
that's
That's impressive.
yeah, and he brags about it on Conan. I saw him on Conan talk about moving to LA, that was never for me, and I was like, all right, dude.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if he still lives where he grew up, because he grew up in Chelsea, Michigan.
He does still live there.
Okay, and I have no idea where that is.
I have no
It
idea where
sounds
that
like
is
it's in
too.
the
I had to
middle of
look it up.
nowhere,
It's
kind
50
of.
minutes away from here, so
Okay. Is
Okay.
it in the middle of nowhere?
everything
Towards
outside
the
of
thumb
Metro
or
Detroit
towards the
is
Flint?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I didn't do that much research.
Everything outside of Metro Detroit is the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Fair.
Take that, Jeff Daniels.
Take that, Jeff Daniels. Come hang out on our podcast. It's only a 50-minute drive for you, bro.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, he's been around for quite some time.
He has been.
His dad was once the mayor in Chelsea, Michigan.
No shit.
Yeah, and he
He's
owned
a Nepo baby.
He owned a big ass lumber yard and then just became the mayor, as rich
Okay.
guys do.
Yeah, small town
In
rich
small
guy.
town.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that feels like a David Lynch character, just a guy who owns a lumber yard and then becomes the mayor.
And
Yeah.
then his son becomes a Broadway actor.
Yeah.
It's very Americana, very David Lynch.
Yeah, we were talking about before. He's not so much a screen actor as he is a Broadway actor.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a screen actor. He's known.
Yeah. He came up.
Did he come up on
He
stage?
came up on Broadway,
Came up on
and
stage.
he's back doing Broadway stuff now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I felt like to myself, I'm like, oh, is he an old SNL guy? But no, he's not. He was,
Yeah, he's only really done comedy once.
Yeah.
But that's
True, and
what
that's
he's most known for.
He was known for
Crazy.
drama before he did Dumb and Dumber, and now everyone just associates that movie
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, that movie where he got paid less than Jim Carrey and everyone. Yeah. Honestly, could you imagine if he didn't get some more stuff, he would have just gone down as the guy who was in Dumb and Dumber.
I mean, yeah,
Jim Carrey.
that's how I at least when I was growing up, that's always how I knew him, as the other guy in Dumb and Dumber.
That's true.
Same.
I would have to look him up every time I would think about who is that guy.
Yeah. 'cause-
And then I always confused him with Jeff Bridges.
yeah.
Yeah.
Easily
they're
Yeah,
both-
confused.
No spoilers
No spoilers.
spoilers.
No spoilies.
No.
for our future Jeff list. But Jeff Bridges is on that list, so
Yeah. Well, so he came up in Broadway, and then when he went to screen acting, his second ever appearance on screen was in Terms of Endearment, which won Best Picture.
yeah, that was his.
That was his second ever movie, which is crazy.
Do you know what his first break was?
No.
He was a villain. He was one of those villains of the week on Hawaii Five-0.
Old school Hawaii.
Oh, old school, not the Scott Conn version.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
I
a-
always forget that was like a Miami Vice era show.
Yeah, what was the guy's name? Jack Lord, I think, was the main actor. Something like that.
I'm not very up on 80s procedurals.
He played Felix Leiter in the first in the first James Bond movie.
I'm going to tell on myself right now. I've never seen any James Bond movie other than the Daniel Craig ones.
Yeah, same.
I'm just slightly autistic, so that's the only reason I knew that.
Those are good ones, though, the Daniel Craig ones. The Jeff Daniel Craig ones.
Jeff Daniel Craig.
And now it's just Jeff Daniels' head on Daniel Craig's ripped Bond body. And
That'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty
cool.
sexy.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say he was kind of a sexy boy, but he wasn't really. He always kind of had the same face.
Yeah.
He just kind of like got more wrinkly.
I feel like he always had a goofy hair too.
Yeah, he always had weird hair.
did.
And obviously you think like Dumb and Dumber, he had the weird hair, but like
Yeah.
I feel like every picture I've seen of him, he has some goofy do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Michigan
I was
boy.
gonna say they don't have really good barbers out in Chelsea,
Yeah,
Amish
probably not.
country, maybe.
Yeah.
We're telling on ourselves. But yeah, he went to Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan, so he's clearly a big Mac guy.
Oh.
Nice. Did he only graduate from one, or did he go?
He didn't graduate from either. He went to Broadway.
That's
Made
okay.
it big on Broadway.
That's
and then
fair,
Dropped
fair.
out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I bet you can't do that now. You can't work your way to Broadway without like a degree in musical theater or something. I bet.
Potentially. I don't know anything about that world. Like I always wanted, like when I was in high school, I wanted to go to film school, and then when I was in college, I was like, fuck those fucking film nerds and art school.
So you thought musical theater was cooler than film?
No, I'm lumping that in with
Okay.
like film and like art school, and I was just like, I don't want to fucking like when I was in high school, I wanted to it. When I was in college, I was like, fuck those kids, like they're all pretentious and whatever. But now with that, I like participate in arts. I'm like, damn, I wish I would have gotten to know some of those kids because it's
Yeah. Well, I made it about halfway as one of those kids.
Yeah.
So I don't appreciate you loving me in with the musical
A
theater
Broadway
kids.
kid?
No, I'm a film kid.
You should have been.
Well, I'm just saying like New York, like if you like, the fucking NYU or like all the big like art schools there, they're all just theater or like, Juilliard.
Juilliard, yeah.
All
Didn't
those
Dennis
kids are like-
Reynolds go to Juilliard?
Yes, he did.
They might have.
The
He did.
actor who
That's
played
my
Dennis
favorite
Reynolds
fact.
went to
I can't-
Juilliard.
don't remember- I don't know any of their names except for Charlie Day.
Charlie Day, Rob McElhenney,
Rob-
Glenn Howerton.
Glenn Howerton.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
who went to Juilliard.
Juilliard graduate. No, yeah, he really shows it too. He brings it.
I'm like 90% sure I saw him in downtown Birmingham one time, but that's besides the point.
He might have been.
I wish I saw Jeff Daniels in downtown Birmingham.
Even more of a chance of seeing him there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you guys ever consider, like, well, I guess no, because neither of you ever considered acting, but like, did you ever consider like acting school?
No.
No.
Neither did I. I don't see a point in
I
it.
think it's something that you start when you're really young, and
Yeah.
then you're doing it from like middle school. Some kids even earlier. You're doing it from middle school until it's like a whole path. That
And then
people
you get
follow.
into drugs and get molested
Yeah.
in your early 20s.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You get molested by Kevin Spacey, and then you're like, all right, this is
Or
where my
Charlie
life's going.
Sheen, yeah.
Yeah. What did you learn in film school? Did you just learn
A
like
bunch of
production
stuff.
or
So you
film
can-
history?
You can choose a focus, like a concentration. So
Okay.
I ended up before I switched majors, my concentration was in documentary.
Okay.
So
yeah, I remember you
had-
telling me that.
Yeah, so I had to do like there were documentary based classes I did. Obviously, most people like there's a couple classes that it's just sound.
Yeah.
Or just cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
One class we did, the whole thing was like, it was me and 3 other kids, and it was like groups that size, and we had like a month to make a movie, and we had to like do a casting call, do
Oh, nice.
like location scouting, all
A
this
feature?
stuff. No, I probably wasn't that. It was probably like 8 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
But you just had to like do an adaptation of like a folktale. And
I
so-
see.
And
Okay.
they chose Brokeback Mountain.
That's a great folktale. It's just,
Yeah.
That should
first
be hundreds
gay
of years
cowboy.
from now
Yeah.
considered
A folk
an
tales,
American- it's like
Brokeback
Paul Bunyan.
Mountain.
Yeah, like Paul Bunyan. People talk about Brokeback
Yeah.
Mountain the same way.
They're like, after that movie came out, gay marriage was legalized, and then everyone was okay with it.
Heath
That
Ledger
was
had
the
to
movie.
die first.
Yeah.
And then get married.
They
was
had to
legal.
kill him because
Yeah.
they couldn't
He was
stand.
too gay.
They couldn't stand.
He was too gay, so they had Jeff Daniels kill him.
Yeah, yeah. Getting back to Jeff Daniels. Okay, yeah. So terms of endearment,
Dumb and Dumber, obviously.
Dumb and Dumber.
Which I
Is
looked
that
up.
the order it went in?
No.
Okay, I was
He was in a lot more stuff before he went.
he is
Because
just
Dumb and
like-
Dumber came out in the 90s. He started screen acting in like the 80s.
Yeah. The thing is, like, with a lot of those, like, the 80s, 90s era of, like, the award-winning, like, drama film, like Kramer versus Kramer or, like, Terms of Endearment, like, those types of bullshit movies. I'm like, sure, at the time, they were, like, a big deal. Nobody fucking thinks about those movies anymore.
I've never seen Kramer
I've never
vs.
seen
Kramer,
either of them.
Or what was the other one?
Terms
of Endearment.
No. I recently watched When Harry Met Sally. I'm assuming you would
Yeah.
consider that to be a part of the canon.
Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, it is that era, but like, I'm talking more like Oscar, like romance, like, you know, kind of drama movies.
Okay.
When Harry Met Sally is sort of like a cult comedy, I feel like.
Yeah, there were some dramatic elements, but
Yeah,
I
but
guess it's
as Rob Reiner, it's like, you know.
That's true. That's true. It was weird seeing Carrie Fisher not in Star Wars. I think that was
Yeah.
the first and only time I've ever experienced.
Yeah. I only see her in Star Wars or like as an old lady in things. Like, I never seen like young, sexy Carrie Fisher in anything aside from Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, she was a Nepo baby.
She was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Debbie Reynolds was her mother.
What about young, sexy Jeff Daniels?
Young, sexy Jeff Daniels probably had a fucking hog on him.
He's
Just a fucking,
honestly, he's above 6 foot something. He's a beefy guy. He's probably got a nice hog.
he's got a good cock.
He's back.
He's got a good.
That should be
He's
a
got
metric.
a Daniels. Am I
That
right?
should be our metric in measuring these Hollywood Jeffs. Is who do we think has the best hog?
Yeah.
I can tell you who I don't think it would be.
Well, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
And I think I
Jeff
know who you're
Goldblum.
talking about.
Jeff Goldblum. Is
No,
that?
we're not spoiling anything.
Okay. All right.
Jeffrey
I'm
Star.
gonna censor that.
We were talking
Yeah,
about Jeffrey
No,
Star.
I bet you Jeffree Star's got heat, bro. That dude just fucks.
He fucks like little kids though.
No, he fucks dudes
He
that are
fucks,
like
like, tattooed
21,
twinks,
22
yeah.
that look like little kids.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
twinks.
I remember like he used to post pictures like on his Instagram, just like him with his ass out, and I'll never forget. It's just like him with his ass out. Said just had a threesome on a yacht, going to take a nap.
Damn.
And that was all it said. I'm like, this guy. That was the post that got me convinced that he was cool. It wasn't the guns or anything.
Yeah.
It was like this dude fucks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you think about it, it is easier for gay guys.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
They just have to find another gay guy, and then they're going.
You heard about straight people cruising? No, neither have I.
Straight people
Yeah.
cruising.
Too much courtship involved.
Oh.
Yeah. You gotta take these bitches out to dinner and treat them right.
Yeah.
Did you
can't
see?
just tap your foot in a bathroom stall.
Yeah.
Things don't come easy for us.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Hollywood actor like Jeff Daniels.
That's true. That probably is that easy, maybe.
But
Has he ever
still
gone
lives
gay?
in Michigan.
I don't know.
Like he's probably been married to like his high school sweetheart.
Yeah,
That's
he
one
was.
thing
They
I
both
didn't.
went to high school together.
Okay,
Oh, no
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
That's one
okay,
thing I
mad
didn't
respect.
write down that I was like wondering about why he still lives in Michigan then. If he met his wife in Hollywood, that wouldn't make sense.
No, they
but-
both grew up in Michigan, and then after his sort of big break on Broadway, or like I maybe even like after he was rich, they were like, oh, let's just move back to Michigan, like, you know.
Interesting.
I'm looking up if he's ever done a gay movie.
Has Jeff
I mean,
Daniels
he's
ever
done-
gone gay?
He did both Gettysburg
Did he go gay?
and of Gods and Generals, and those are Civil War movies. So I'm
That's
safe to-
basically gay.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff going on in those camps back in the day.
That's true.
But yeah, I
couldn't
he's
find one.
Got to be a pretty cool Civil War. He's probably a Civil War enthusiast, or at least he likes working with the guy who directed both of Gettysburg and Gods and Generals. Or maybe Martin Sheen likes him, because I think he's in both.
Martin Sheen is in both too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those movies,
Ensemble cast.
I know I've
Yeah.
seen Gettysburg, but I don't remember if we had to watch it in high school or not.
no way we had to watch that in high school. It's like
We had to watch
4.5
something.
hours.
Um,
It's so long. I always told myself I will watch it one day, but ideally on a plane.
yeah.
Like that, it seems like it'd be a very good plane movie. But
Gettysburg?
Yeah, it's like stupid long. I want to see it, but
I wonder how long Jeff Daniels is in it for.
yeah, I do wonder. His name is on the cover of Gods and Generals, but
He's not a
Gettysburg.
major character in Gettysburg. Who does
Bless
he
you.
play? I don't remember who he plays, but he's not like one of the main boys.
Yeah, he's not Lee.
He's not
or-
Grant.
or Grant. Yeah, Grant
Yeah.
or Lee or maybe it was
Lincoln. He's playing Lincoln.
He's Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, who was famously at the Battle of
He
Gettysburg.
Yeah.
plays
Vice
Abraham.
president.
He plays one of Abraham Lincoln's boys who gets his thighs fucked.
Yeah,
Have you
definitely.
heard that
It's
thing?
an urban legend. I'm
There's an
pretty sure.
urban
That Lincoln
legend.
fucks boys' thighs.
No, he had friends and they would fuck each other's thighs like they were his boys.
They would like.
Could they all no, the reason this exists is because there was a time where he lived in like a single room, like log cabin shack with his homies.
Oh, and they would
back
pretend
then,
they're vages.
And
Yeah.
back then, it was common for like dudes, like if you had to live like that
Yeah.
and you were poor, you would all just share a bed. So I'm pretty sure that's where the rumor comes from.
Okay.
Although people,
it's not confirmed.
Yeah, we don't have recordings of his voice either, but some people have like been like, oh, they wrote his voice sounded like really nasally, and people have taken it like, oh, that's gay voice. And I'm like, I don't know, man. You can't.
Wasn't his wife like disabled or dead?
No, she was just crazy.
Oh.
I think one of his sons.
Well, then
was
he married
disabled.
a crazy lady so that he could just get bus.
Yeah.
She was way richer than him too. I think her family owned.
Does he have like letters to?
She was a beard.
You think so?
I think
she could've
Abraham Lincoln.
We have like letters from Lincoln where he's like, and after I wrote this speech, I went and I fucked my boy Tommy's thighs. And I came all over his knees, but it was super straight, guys, because he was pretending like he had a vagina.
Our hunting trip was so fun. We had so much thigh sex after.
I'm sure that's something they would write about.
Thigh sex.
Yeah. But I think
that sounds like a bit in Dumb and Dumber.
It's like, Mary Todd, I had to pretend that Tommy's thighs was your sweet pussy.
Oh. Yeah, no, Mary Todd Lincoln was not a looker either.
Yeah,
and no one was back
I
then.
think after she died, the oldest son threw her in like a yellow wallpaper 1800s women's asylum type thing and threw away the key.
After
That's
he
funny.
died?
Yeah, after Lincoln died, and then just was like, all right, I'm in charge of all the family stuff now. Like, you won't have to be bothered by her.
That's funny. Good for him.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Lincoln?
I have, yeah.
I think we had to watch that.
Yeah,
That
I watched that when I was
boring
younger.
as shit.
I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, we watched it in theaters when we were little kids together.
Have you ever seen that meme and it's like getting pussy from a girl who would have been diagnosed with female hysteria 200 years ago?
No, but I fully understand this.
That's all of them, am I right? Bam.
Yeah, that narrows it down.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, cuts it down.
But yeah, so this is Jeff Daniels guy.
Big Civil War guy. Pretty sure he was Union and Gettysburg and then Confederacy and Gods and Generals, which is
he had to play both sides.
Which as a Michigan guy and a Civil War, somewhat of a Civil War guy myself. I'm not a full.
You're just a war guy.
I suppose, but
You're
like
you're pro-war. Gunner is pro-war. I think
Gunner is very pro-war.
I love war. I think we need more of it. I think it's a good thing for everybody.
More war.
But as a Michigan Civil War adjacent guy,
Gunner was protesting, saying that we should be giving more money to Ukraine.
Yeah, more money to Ukraine, more money to Israel. But yeah, as a Michigan Civil War adjacent guy,
Gunner's out front of the White House with a sign. He's like, "I have $100 bill in my pocket. Take it."
Yeah. No, when I pay
send it straight to Ukraine.
When I pay my taxes, I just write a check and it says to the Pentagon, and in the memo it just says for bombs only ! Exclamation point, and then that just counts as my taxes. That's how I do it.
Nice.
He's like, they're just sitting around. What are we gonna do with these bombs?
They expire. We might as well.
Do they actually?
Yes, they do. That's part of like some of the arguments for like why it doesn't matter if we give Ukraine stuff, because like it'll go bad eventually. We'll have to just replace it anyway. And then this one, I'm like, okay, whatever. We don't get into it.
Yeah, we won't.
It does.
This is a Jeff Daniels podcast,
yes,
brother.
And now you know munitions expire. But yeah,
Dumb and Dumber made $230 million. How many nukes can that buy?
200
I
million.
wonder how much.
230 million. How many nukes?
I
could
can
you
imagine when people think of why a nuke would be expensive, it's probably the delivery system, not like the nuke itself. Like the rocket itself.
How much does uranium cost?
I don't think you can buy it. As
Google
like a
that.
private.
Hey Siri, how much does uranium cost?
Yeah,
Don't tell anyone.
I bet. Would you say it was 230 mil?
230 million for Dumb and Dumber.
I thought you said she was South African.
Turn that off. Turn that off. Don't let them find you.
Okay, it's done.
Okay.
Wait, is
Did
it?
tell you?
No, it didn't.
Oh my goodness.
Siri joined us in.
I asked it how much uranium costs, and it pulled up my McDonald's rewards app.
At least we have it on film. So if the FBI show up at your house, we have excuse.
It was me.
Yeah.
So when did Dumb and Dumber come out within the Jim Carrey canon? Was it before?
It was pre-Mask, pre-Ace.
Pre-Ace?
I'm pretty sure it was pre-Ace.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Jim Carrey guy.
Neither am
I
I.
haven't
I've
seen
never been a
really
big fan
any
of
of
Jim
those.
Carrey. I saw that documentary, Jim and Andy. it was so in the 90s he was in a movie called Man on the Moon where he played Andy Kaufman, who was like a comedian from like the, I don't know, back in the day, back in like the early SNL days. And the whole documentary is about how Jim Carrey thought that Andy Kaufman's like spirit inhabited his body and that like he actually was Andy Kaufman. And I'm like, dude, that's so fucking pretentious. Like chill the fuck out, dude.
Did he make it? Like, was it a him thing that he wanted to do?
He didn't like make it. It was made about him, but he was like,
okay,
he was the subject of the documentary.
So like a worse being John Malkovich, where it's like
pretty much
it like is self-aware but weirdly.
And everyone else in the documentary was just like, yeah, he was fucking horrible to work with because he actually thought he was Andy Kaufman, and it was like
so whack.
It's like a step above like method acting because he like actually thought he was Andy Kaufman, and he like went
He's
to
known as pretty weird, like kind of maybe crazy. So
he like went to his daughter and like tried to like reconcile with her or something, and like said that, oh, his family, like they knew that like he was inside of me in a straight way.
That's okay. Yeah. All right, Jim Carrey. That was his first thing.
Jim Carrey.
That wasn't his
and
first
Andy
movie,
Kaufman
but that
had
was
gay
just
sex.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Andy Kaufman raped Jim Carrey
in a dream when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And then he was just convinced he was Andy Kaufman after that.
Yeah. It irreparably altered his personality.
Yeah, but ever since I saw that, I was like, damn, Jim Carrey's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing Jeff Daniels is cool.
Jeff Daniels is a cool guy. Yeah, so his story about this movie is that they wanted like another comedian, but Jim Carrey was like, no, I need an actor who like, because another comedian, they're just gonna try and like top each other, not like head, like they're trying to like, you know, outdo each other.
Yeah.
They should have sucked each other off
They
in
should
the
have sucked
dog
each other
car.
off in the movie. Yeah,
The dog car that they had.
Yeah.
In Dumb and Dumber.
I mean, they were living together. You could, you know, maybe the 90s it was more accepted than we thought. I think one of them goes for a girl, and I don't remember, but
Imagine getting road dome in the dog car.
the dog car by Jim Carrey.
Dude, the year is 1972. You can still legally take a road soda with you, and your girlfriend with big ass hair is giving you road dome in the
Yeah.
dog car on the way home from the bowling alley. Life is perfect.
Sounds pretty perfect.
That sounds like a pretty sick life.
Have you ever seen King of Comedy, the Scorsese one?
No.
It's like female taxi driver. It's bizarre.
Female taxi driver?
Yes, it's nuts. But that's another movie about a comedian. But it's actually
Wait. What? How is it female? Isn't De Niro the main character?
kinda. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different movie then. Or no, it is just it's like Taxi Driver but different. Yeah.
Okay.
But there is a lady in it, which is interesting.
I mean, that's all of Scorsese's movies. It's just Taxi Driver, and then after Goodfellas came out, he was like, oh, only mafia movies now.
And then
No, he did.
Taxi
Wolf of
Driver,
Wa-
but they're
Wolf of Wall Street,
Catholic.
yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
he did.
Silence.
He did.
Taxi Driver, but they're Indian, and it's Kundun. Tibetan,
And it's Kundun.
and it's Kundun.
Taxi Driver, but they're Jesuits in feudal Japan. And
Yeah,
it's
that's why I said
it's
Silence.
parallels to
Yeah.
Taxi Driver.
They're all
and
Taxi
Silence.
Driver, just different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Killers of the Flower Moon was Taxi Driver, but they're Native American.
I think it's more Goodfellas, but they're Native American.
Yeah. That's I'm doing crimes with my friends style.
Yeah.
There's several types of Scorsese movies, right? There's I'm going to do crimes with my friends, which is Casino, Goodfellas, Wolf of Wall Street. There's the religious ones, which is like The Last Temptation,
Silence.
Kundun, and Silence. And then there's weird outliers.
Gangs of New
wait,
York? What
there's
is Gangs of New York?
There's Don't Give the Retard a Gun, right?
That's
Which is
Taxi
Taxi
Driver
Driver
and
and
Mean
Mean
Streets.
Streets.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, those two movies are both Don't Give the Retard a Gun.
What's the other one? After Hours? That's like,
I've never seen that one.
I haven't seen that one either.
I haven't
forgot
either,
about
but
it.
I
Liam
need to
described the
rewatch
plot to
Mean
me.
Streets.
I haven't seen it either, but Liam described the plot to me, and it just sounds like Taxi Driver, but a guy is, I don't know, trying to get some pussy or something. Which I guess
also
that's Taxi
see-
Driver too.
Taxi Driver, he's just very incapable. of
He's
getting
autistic
pussy.
and getting pussy, and
Yeah.
Cape Fear. That's also one of those movies about a angry man. The remake that he did.
Is that a Don't Give
Yeah.
the Retard a Gun?
I haven't seen it, but I understand.
it's Don't Let Retards Out of Prison, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, yeah.
Did you ever see the Cape Fear
Of Mice and Men
Simpsons
also.
episode?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
With Zy Bart Zy.
No, it's die hard die. It's like,
Oh,
what's that
yeah.
mean? He goes, it's German
The
for
Bart.
the Bart. Chelsea Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer.
Well, Jeff Daniels grew up in Chelsea, Michigan.
Yeah.
We did. Okay, so Dumb and Dumber.
Brought it back.
It's probably
Have
the
you
only
seen,
one of his we've
have you
all
seen Newsroom, his HBO show?
I know, but I've only seen the clip where he's talking about how America isn't the best.
Is or isn't?
It isn't.
Okay.
It's like a famous scene. I think it's from the first episode where some college girl is like, "Why is America the best?" And then he's like, "America's not the fucking best." And then like that's
Oh
I guess
my
the
God.
catalyst for the show. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
But I want to. I like HBO, obviously. I mean, HBO doesn't really miss.
That's very Sorkin, though. Like that
It is,
whole
well.
intro. Yeah, that sounds like almost like you could get Sorkin poisoning from
Yeah.
that show.
What is Sorkin poisoning? Who is this man?
Aaron
Liberal
Sorkin
exceptionalism
is,
is, I guess, what I would call it.
Oh, so he's Andy Milonakis' worst enemy.
Yeah, Andy Milonakis and Aaron Sorkin.
Far right activist.
Yeah.
Andy Milonakis.
The running gag that Andy Milonakis is actually.
Yeah.
I actually researched to see what his political
Political
standings
beliefs,
was,
maybe.
and I couldn't find anything concrete. But jury's still out. Andy
Jury's
Milonakis
still
might
out.
still be.
Andy
He might still be a
Milonakis is
problem
known
with.
for his,
we remember we cracked the code on why he's Republican.
Yeah, that's right. He was trying to get an abortion or something.
He's Andy Milonakis is Republican because he's so pro-life because he eats all the babies that get
Yeah,
born
that's right.
instead of aborted so
Yeah.
he can stay young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's how he stays young.
Smart. That'd be funny.
I forgot the lore behind Andy
That's why
Milonakis
Andy
Republican.
Milonakis is
If when you
Republican.
Googled him, it's like Andy Milonakis is known for donating all of the money from his live streams to far right European parties. That's what he does with the live stream money.
Andy Milonakis Sam Hyde collab. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Andy Milonakis is doing a live stream. He's like, breaking news, new Biden son laptop leaks. That's like the title of his live stream.
Hey, you know what they're saying? These Epstein leaks, they're going to be coming out soon.
Oh yeah, people were talking about that.
Yeah.
Andy was on the plane.
Andy Milonakis was on the plane.
He was on the flight
Jeffrey
logs.
Epstein thought that Milonakis was
was
a
a
little
kid.
gay boy. He was getting sucked off by Andy Milonakis.
That's when they
what made
turned him Republican.
Yeah, Andy Milonakis was on the plane as a victim.
Yeah.
And then they just turned him Republican when they realized he was an adult.
Yeah, he just knows if he speaks up, he'll be added to that Clinton kill list.
Yeah. He's got to stay underground with that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like Andy
did we get-
Milonakis
oh,
would
we're
look
talking
really funny on Jeff Daniels' shoulders.
Yes.
That would
It'd
look
be
pretty
a funny
funny.
Guy on the
superhuman to
shoulders.
go-
I wonder if
it'd be a
Jeff
funny
Daniels knows who
superhuman.
Andy Milonakis is.
That's a good
Probably,
question.
Right? He did comedy,
probably.
maybe. I don't know. I feel like from what I've learned about Jeff Daniels so far is like he probably isn't like the kind of guy who like wants to hang out and like cavort with all the Hollywood people.
No,
Doesn't seem like it, no.
it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe
Especially
not.
because he's like back on Broadway now.
Yeah,
But I've seen him on like Stephen Colbert or like Graham Norton and
Yeah.
like those guys.
he'll make an
so-
appearance. That's true.
Yeah.
Aren't they making another Dumb and Dumber?
Are they?
I thought I heard maybe.
The second one was so bad.
I know. I remember seeing it in theaters, and that was before I'd ever seen
The first one?
the first one. Like it came out when I was like middle school or something, so I went to go see it without having ever seen the first. I'm like, I don't know. As a middle schooler, that movie's probably better than as if I were to watch it now, but I'm sure it was terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Same thing. It came out at the same time as like the Three Stooges remake.
That was I was about to say. That was
Yeah.
like a cash grab period.
I was like, who the fuck it wants to see this?
I think it was after Hollywood stopped making original comedies
Yeah.
that were good.
That's what it was.
So then they're like, okay, well, why don't we just, do what is going to become the thing and cash grab on an old IP?
I want a Freddy Got Fingered remake.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good.
That's a
it's
funny
classic.
name.
Yeah.
I want a Dunstan Checks In remake.
Yo, you could not make a 90s monkey movie today. I guarantee you could not do a Dunstan Checks In or a...
Extreme Monkey or whatever,
Yeah.
like the skateboarding one.
What was the one with Clint Eastwood?
He was in a monkey
Clint Eastwood
movie.
in a monkey movie?
Yeah.
You couldn't even do an animal movie anymore, I bet.
You
What
could. It'd just
animal
be
did they have in Dumb and
CGI.
Dumber? Was it a parrot that died or
Yes,
something?
the parrot,
Yeah.
the dead parrot.
Yeah. So you have seen the first one now
Yeah.
then? Okay,
Mhm.
good, yeah.
Like, Monty Python did a dead parrot better, though, in my opinion.
In
There's a
Quest for the Holy Grail?
No, in the Flying Circus in the TV show, there's like a really famous sketch where a guy comes in.
Every Which Way But
Oh,
Loose.
78. Okay, it
A
wasn't that- I did not know
1978
that.
Clint Eastwood monkey movie. Is it
That's
Dunstan? Was it the
crazy.
same monkey who played Dunstan?
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Was he an
Their lives are
orangutan?
not that
Can we
long.
do an episode dedicated to pet actors?
Yeah,
Because there have been
Yeah,
some
we'll have to
legendary
dedicate a
pet
month
actors.
to
I don't know if I
like
could do a full
animal
month of
movies.
animal.
No, we're gonna do a month of animal
There have been
movies.
some legendary pet actors. So
Airbud was
Air Bud,
Airbud,
that's
the
the big
dog,
one.
he was in a
Lassie.
bunch of shit. Lassie was in a bunch of shit.
Well-
I believe the Dunstan checks in monkey was in a lot more than just.
I think he
Dunstan
was.
checks
Now
in.
I think
Probably.
about
He
it.
might have also been the extreme ape monkey.
You know why they stopped doing those?
why?
Because Travis the chimpanzee.
Oh,
bet
yeah.
you nobody was afraid to.
What's that story again?
The Zandout.
That was
the
like
lady
the-
had a pet chimp.
The Nope
Was she
movie.
rich? Who had
They,
it?
I'll say this:
Okay.
they were in Connecticut, so probably she was rich. So there was
Oh,
this-
but not
this
like
was
a
in,
Hollywood thing.
No, this was in like the mid or early 2000s. This woman in
Oh, okay,
Connecticut
I'm
had a
thinking of something
pet
else.
monkey. Like we were all alive, but little kids.
Okay.
She had a pet chimpanzee
Named Travis.
Named Travis.
Kelsey.
Travis Kelsey. Yeah.
Travis Scott. She was
It
racist.
looked like
Travis
Travis.
Kelsey, the chimpanzee.
But she had a pet chimp, and it was like fairly like house trained. Like it had a diaper and shit.
That's gross.
And so she would give it Xanax to calm it down. And
Makes sense.
she was out of town once, and the neighbor was watching it, and she told the neighbor like, "Here, give it like Xanax to calm it, and like tea or something." And the neighbor gave it Xans, and it's freaked out. It ripped her face off. She became the first person to get like a full like facial reconstructive surgery. And it was like a huge national news thing that the cops had to shoot it. Travis ran outside of the house and it was like trying to attack the cops.
Travis 8 and 9.
Dude, Travis took the
R.I.P.
asphalt
Travis.
temperature challenge, which I realized new year, new compilation.
Yeah.
But
Hashtag BLM.
Wow. Wow.
I wasn't gonna go there, but he took the asphalt temperature challenge. But they made all those
Travis had a bowl of 9s for breakfast.
They made all those chimp movies back in the day, and
You think that's why they stopped?
I think that because that incident, like, it brought chimpanzees or like actually incredibly dangerous creatures. It brought that to like the national attention, and I guarantee you, no one in Hollywood now is gonna be like, "You want to do a chimp movie?"
Well,
You
they
wanna
would do AI, like King Kong.
Yeah.
That's true.
They'll do a Planet of the Apes,
but
like
Dunstan
Andy
checks-
Serkis.
Dunstan
Dunstan
checks in
Jackson,
too.
starring Andy Serkis.
But Dunstan's checks in too. Yeah, they'd have like a CGI Dunstan.
Give Jonathan Majors the Dunstan checks in too. He needs any role he can get.
Why? Why would they give it to Jonathan Majors?
Because as a punishment, he has to be scared around the chimpanzee.
Yeah, he has to be around a
Oh,
monkey.
I thought you were saying he would play the chimpanzee.
And
No,
day-
every day he has to act around a really scary
All right,
monkey
all right.
that's
This is
not
what
on
they do
Xanax.
every day on set. They have a pill, and one day it'll be a placebo, and one day it'll be Xanax. And He has to watch as they put one into its water and take a guess after it's chimp
It's
Xanax
a gamble.
roulette. Yeah,
Chimp Xanax roulette.
No, it's like that movie Nope. Did you guys see that movie?
Is
No.
that the
Newest.
new
The Jordan Peele movie.
Peel one?
Yeah. The movie starts with like a sitcom where like one of the characters is a monkey, but then the monkey like goes crazy and kills everyone on set, and that's like the start of the film is like.
Wait,
Yeah.
he's a monkey. The
Who's
character is a monkey.
No,
Or there
it's
is
just
a monkey.
there's
There's
a sitcom that it's like about a family that has a
Okay,
monkey,
all right.
but then one day when they're shooting, the monkey goes crazy and kills everyone on set except for one of the characters.
Did
And he-
I do that? Does the monkey look into the camera?
Yeah.
Did I do that?
and they shoot down that monkey too.
Sitcom joke, not joke about
Yeah.
what you guys thought it was about.
Yeah, that's a sitcom joke.
Yeah.
It's a Family Matters joke.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
we gotta be careful. We gotta move away from those monkey jokes.
Come
you're
on.
making.
Unless you end up like Michael Richards.
Yeah.
All right, but Jeff.
We're not gonna Michael Richards this podcast. We're gonna
Yeah,
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff
this podcast.
Daniels is cool. I don't
So-
think he's ever been racist. Probably not, at least.
Probably not. He might have for a role, but
Yeah.
you're
I
allowed
mean,
to be racist if it's for a role.
Yeah, Keanu's been racist for a role. Daniel Radcliffe's been racist for a role.
Speaking of Keanu, Jeff Daniels was in Speed.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys.
They
were in
talk
that
about
together.
this. I haven't seen it.
He's like
You've
his
never
buddy,
seen
I
Speed?
think.
It's one of those movies that I watched like bits and pieces of on TV while I was sick as a kid, like on cable, you know. So
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen it all the way through. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I just remember thinking Sandra Bullock was really hot, Keanu Reeves was really cool, and damn, they're going fast.
You're going too damn fast.
And I remember being spooked of Dennis Hopper. as I usually
yeah.
always am.
Yeah.
He's a pretty spooky guy.
Yeah. He was also in Looper, which I remembered after doing research.
Oh, that's
and
right.
looking
Yeah,
it up,
he
and
was
I
like the top
"Who's he in
guy."
this?" Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I thought he must have been the villain because
was
I
top
don't
dog.
remember the villain.
He was top dog. Yeah.
Except for like the twist, but that movie's underrated as fuck. I
Yeah.
think it's really good.
Yeah.
Did you and me rewatch it? Like
Looper?
in
No, I haven't
2020?
seen it.
Ever?
No.
Dude, so underrated.
I saw it when I was a kid and I really liked it. And then everyone started like doing the thing where they like pick it apart, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck that movie."
Huh.
And I haven't thought about it since then, but I do remember I liked it.
Yeah, I saw it as a kid, and then I wanted to rewatch it recently, so then I did, and it was solid. I mean, it's not like amazing. I do think it's underrated though, like not as underrated as Dread though.
Jeff Daniels does a lot of narrating too, apparently.
Oh,
I mean, he has a good voice.
He has a good voice for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the Midwestern. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but I feel the Midwestern accent is like the perfect accent. It's the most understandable accent.
to us, yeah.
To us,
we
sure.
don't notice it.
Yeah, but I feel like if you go to New York or something, they could understand us, but we probably can't understand them as well as they understand each other.
Or
Have you
are we
ever been
just
accused of
retarded?
having a Midwestern accent?
Sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
I
By
have.
people from, I know.
By
I
people,
have.
yeah, outside of Michigan, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I feel like some people in Michigan have thicker ones than others.
Yeah.
Like Gretchen Whitmer, she's got
Big
a thick,
Gretch.
Big Gretch.
Big Gretch has a thick Michigan
I wonder
accent.
if Jeff
Gretch.
Daniels and Big Gretch ever hang out.
I
They probably,
really
yeah.
guarantee that
He
they've
probably
met.
he
Yeah,
seems
it's-
like a Hollywood lib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not Hollywood because he lives in Chelsea.
Right, but he is a lib,
he
so
seems like a lib.
Yeah, he's a
I
Michigan
just,
lib.
that's
He doesn't run with Vince Vaughn and
No.
Mel Gibson. And then
He runs with G-Mac Cash and Eminem,
Cash.
other
Yeah.
famous Michigan.
yeah, no,
libs.
him and Kid Rock have beef.
We should get Kid Rock on the pod.
That would be sick.
We should have a case of Bud Light
And we'll
down here.
shoot
for
the
him to
Bud
shoot.
Light.
Yeah.
I'll just suck up to him like, please, Mr. Rock, may I please shoot one of your machine guns that you own?
I would want him to
Pretty
introduce
cool.
me to Trump. I feel like
That's
it'd be
true.
so
Yeah,
funny.
go to
meet
UFC
Trump. It'd be
court-
so funny.
A courtside.
I saw
ringside.
I saw
so funny.
Kid Rock. Who's that golfer? John Daly.
John Daly.
I saw them together on Tucker Carlson, and they were just all chilling, drinking Diet Cokes and talking about. I think John Daly said, "I don't drink as many Diet Cokes as Daddy Trump does."
Did you see the video of Tucker Carlson getting the world's biggest tin of Zyn for Christmas?
Oh.
The Nelk Boys and this
Oh, that
other
makes sense.
Instagram influencer guy got him a tin of Zyn so big it had to be delivered by a helicopter.
That was nice of them.
How did they? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like I'm too old to really understand who the Nelk Boys are.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
either.
really.
My-
I've
my
never been a
sisters are
Nelk Boys
fans,
guy, but I follow the guy that they delivered it with. Chetty is his name. He's pretty funny.
Because I just like I'm like people are like, oh, the Nelk Boys interviewed like Trump, and I'm like, wait, who's that?
Who the hell
is
And
Ice
I watched.
Spice?
Yeah, I watched.
Who
it,
the hell
like,
is Ice Spice?
These
Yeah.
are, I'm like, these guys are just like your average run of the mill podcast white boys. How
Yeah.
did they get up here without me ever hearing about?
They
them?
got big during the pandemic because they were doing like pranks. Like they were doing like Walmart pranks.
I think
Okay.
that was pre-pandemic.
Was it
probably.
pre-pandemic?
Yeah, that seems like I was in high school for that.
Oh, okay. Maybe it
Like
was
when
pre-pandemic.
Steve Will Do It was big.
Yeah.
He's one of their boys. He's one of those guys who just eats like a gross amount of edibles or
Yeah.
like downs a fifth. He's one of those gross humanoids.
Because yeah, I saw a
a
picture of
garbage disposal man.
him meeting Trump, and I just thought to myself, that's the guy I saw a video of him drinking an entire half gallon of Jack Daniels
Yeah.
in one go. I'm like, how
Yeah.
did he get there?
And he would
Yeah.
eat like 2,500 milligrams of edibles and just like die.
Someone left a comment on one of our TikToks and said, "Call this the Milk Boys." So I think that's a step in the right
Oh, okay.
direction.
I think
Milk.
that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take it. I hear
Yeah.
you. I don't say that. I say milk, but
Yeah.
Milk.
I probably
Milk.
do.
And milk.
Milk.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
heard
say
people
milk.
I know.
I've heard people say milk, like explicitly milk, and I was like,
Yeah.
yikes.
I think it was more so just them saying we're the rip-off Nelk Boys.
Hey, if that's the case, then we've got places to go. We're
Yeah.
going
I don't
places.
want to
Trump's
be a
gonna
Nelk
be on
boy.
this
Yeah.
podcast.
Wait, as long only can
We're
I
gonna
be
get
Steve
Trump
Will
and
Do It?
OJ on this podcast.
Only if I can be the Steve Will Do It of this podcast.
You want to be the Steve will
Yeah.
do it, dude? Okay.
I'll be the Salim.
I don't. Which one is that?
Salim, I don't know. He's like
Salim
Pakistani or like he's one of the
He's the
milk
brown
boys.
one?
He's the brown one. He's their colored one.
Okay. He's the diversity.
He's the token
hire.
color.
And then
Yeah.
G, you can be the main guy, the one who said, "Do you know Ice Spice?"
Yeah.
Who
And then G,
who is
"What the
that
hell's
one?
Ice
I don't
Spice?"
know.
I don't fucking know
I don't
any
know who
other
they are.
names, dude.
So wait, you say your sisters know them though?
Yeah, my sisters know
So
them.
but I guess we're just old. We don't really know what's going on.
How old are your sisters?
I have one that's 2 years older, one that's 2 years younger, and then one that's like 5 years younger.
Okay.
Oh, so does your sister that's 2 years younger than you watch Nelk? Because I'm.
I don't know,
that
but my
age.
older sister watches Nelk.
Huh. Okay.
Because I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'm that age and I don't watch Nelk. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't know who they were until they had Trump on, and then they got banned from YouTube, and then I've seen some clips of them, but outside of that, I'm not too well read on the Nelk Boys. I think.
Well, if they're right wing, they should have Andy Milonakis.
Yeah, they
on.
should have Andy Milonakis on the Nelk podcast.
That's funny because I remember now seeing a Steve Will Do It YouTube ad for Rumble.
What's Rumble?
Oh, that's like the Republican
Yeah, it's like video
YouTube.
sharing YouTube. It's like
Oh.
a video YouTube platform with like no censor. It's
Yeah.
just for those
It's
guys
true-
who get
it's Truth
kicked off
Social
Yeah.
for YouTube.
oh,
Yeah,
Pretty
and it
much,
was
yeah.
Steve Will Do It. So I guess that's what happens. You just have to, whether you agree with it or not, you just like take a right wing turn and start
Yeah.
grifting for all of their little weird fake companies that they
And all
have.
their-
That's I
money.
saw someone on TikTok say like how soon until Jonathan Majors goes far right.
I bet you we will. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I was deplatformed.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna. Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, what's
fucking-
the far right movie studio called? The Ben
Oh,
Shapiro?
Daily Wire.
Daily Wire's gonna make Dunstan Checks In 2 with Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Connor, you'd lose it.
Dude, I don't want to imagine
A world where
Daily
that
Wire,
happens.
I mean-
Dunstan checks.
I mean, Kevin Spacey was Hollywood Lib, and then now he's canceled. He's hanging out with Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson just seems like a really fun guy to
Yeah,
hang
he
out
seems
with.
like a pretty
That's
chill
really
dude.
why
Yeah.
I think I would hang out with Tucker Carlson.
There's a video of him with Hickok 45 and his
Oh,
son.
yeah.
It looks so,
That sounds
oh,
awesome.
it looks so cool. But no, I'd chill with him. He seems nice.
Yeah.
Or he's just good at seeming nice. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's a total dickhead. But yeah. Well, I bet you Jeff Daniels does Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, no. So yeah, he's not a Hollywood Lib. He's a Michigan Lib.
He's a Michigan lib. I wonder
and-
if he has buffs. Do you think Jeff Daniels has a
He
pair of
definitely does
Buffalos?
not have buffs.
He might.
He might.
Might. And
As
doubt
a
it.
meme. If he's funny enough, he does. I think so.
My favorite movie of his is Steve Jobs, which
I never saw it.
written by
he him?
Sorkin. He what?
Is he Steve Jobs?
No,
Or
he is John something, who was like
Lennon.
the CEO. He's John Lennon. He was
Don
like the
Lemon.
CEO. He plays Don Lemon.
He plays Don Lemon. He's on TV talking about
He's
how
in
great
blackface.
life-
And I really liked the movie. It was Michael Fassbender plays Steve Jobs, and Seth Rogen plays the other one, Steve Wozniak. And it's an Aaron Sorkin movie, so it's like dumb dialogue, but it's like really good. And it's Danny Boyle directing.
His movies are much better than his shows, in my opinion.
I haven't watched any Aaron
I've like
Sorkin
seen.
shows.
I watched like a little bit of West Wing in college, and I'm like, wow, this is too much. It's just so preachy.
Yeah.
But his movies are good because I think his movies are usually him.
Well, because he
with
writes the
source
movies.
material already. He does like biopics or
Yeah.
like stories that are already there for the shows. He's writing the shows.
Well, yeah, I think, he's a better writer than he is director. Because I saw that, what's the one, The Trial of the Chicago 7,
Mm-hmm.
which he wrote and directed, and that was fucking bullshit. I was so fucking bored during that movie because it's just a court case.
Yeah. Didn't he
And-
do that? Did he do both for Social Network?
No, David Fincher directed
Okay,
Social
that
Network,
explains
so
it
that's
then.
why that
Okay,
movie is
all
so
right.
good. Yeah.
Okay, all right. He can't
Same thing with
direct
the Steve
also.
Jobs movies because he didn't direct it. Danny Boyle directed it.
I'll have to check that out because I love Danny Boyle.
Yeah, it's a really great one. He also directed Molly's Game, which I haven't seen, but I was like, it's just Jessica Chastain like running underground poker games.
I'll watch that.
Also based on a true story, but
Nice.
What's your favorite Jeff Daniels movie?
yeah, back to Jeff Daniels.
Probably Looper, I guess.
Looper?
You know, like I was standing Looper earlier. I think I'll continue to stand it.
If I have to give a real answer, it's Dumb and Dumber, just because I haven't seen enough of his other shit.
Yeah.
But as soon as Dunstan Checks In 2 with Jeff Daniels and
Jonathan Majors
comes out, I
on
think
the
that's
Daily
gonna
Wire
be-
Plus.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the new one. Make sure you guys got your Daily Wire subscriptions. Andy Milonakis is running a discount code.
Yeah.
On the stream,
You can watch Republican Bluey and Republican Dunstan.
They do.
Andy Milonakis narrates Dunstan. Andy Milonakis does the voice of Dunstan.
They put Andy Milonakis in a monkey suit. That's the way
Yeah, there we go.
around
There
you
not
go.
needing a chimp on set.
Perfect.
There we go.
We have recast Dunstan checks in with Jeff Daniels, Jonathan Majors, and Andy Milonakis.
But I think
Yeah.
another reason they stopped the
Give
animal
us
movies
money.
is like people now would have a fit over like animal rights. I
Well,
think.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that A Dog's Life like clip, behind the scenes clip where like the dog was drowning or something?
No.
Yeah.
Is that from a recent movie?
It was a recent movie. It
Yeah,
came out a
that
couple years
was.
ago. Yeah,
Okay. There was one movie. It was made by. Oh my god! It's not. It might be Far Away from Home. It might be. Either way, it was one of the more famous animal movies from the 90s, and it's about a cat and a dog trying to get home, and it was produced by a Japanese company.
Okay.
And so, not
See where you're
not
going with
making
this.
an eating joke, I'm not, but just in terms of their perception of animal rights and stuff, they went
Yeah.
through like 6 of each during the production of the movie.
Damn.
They went through like
They were
4
hungry.
cats and like 2 dogs that had to like look the same during the production of this one movie.
Jesus.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they also kill dolphins, so
Yeah.
you know.
It's true.
There was a movie that came out last year called Strays with Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I saw commercials for
Yeah.
that a lot. I didn't see it.
I had no desire to see that movie.
Yeah, they were like weird CGI dogs that could talk and they
That
were
like
supposed
did
to be
drugs
funny,
and like
yeah.
that was like
It was like rated R.
Rated R Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
pretty much
Yeah.
yeah.
You remember that?
That's a
heater?
good way to put it.
I do
yeah.
remember that heater.
Did you ever see that one?
No, I just
think it
know
was
that
George
George
Lopez.
Lopez
I'm
was
not-
in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Taco Bell dog.
Yeah, that wasn't the same dog.
I know.
Okay.
But also rest in peace, Target dog.
Yeah, and Spuds McKenzie.
Yep.
And Uncle Ben.
Dogs of the screen.
Yep. These dogs of the screen.
Oh, I thought we were just saying mascots that,
That
aren't
would be
around
a
anymore.
cool idea.
Oh. Rest in peace, cream of wheat guy. He's probably dead.
Wait, did they get rid of him?
Uncle Ben?
No, cream of wheat guy.
I have no idea.
They, oh, that's a good question.
They got
'cause
rid of Aunt
Aunt
Jemima and Uncle
But
Ben.
I don't think cream
and
of
the
wheat,
Butter Girl.
I don't think cream
Yeah.
of wheat guy
You
was
mean Molly
like
from
overtly
Killers of the Flower Moon?
related to slavery.
Maybe not. I don't know. Well, we need to go to a grocery store after
And look for cream of wheat
Yeah.
guy.
and see if they still have it.
We also need to find his name because I feel like, or do we? Because I feel like if we find his name, it'll make it so much less funny
Yeah.
than just saying cream of wheat guy.
Yeah. We need an all black reboot of Ronald McDonald.
They're basically doing that right now with the Kerwin Frost box at McDonald's. It's like a hip hop McNuggets
Oh, okay.
box. There's like little McNugget buddies.
That's cool.
From the hood.
Are they shaped like things, like a gun or like a bandana or something?
Is Kerwin's
No,
Frost
brother.
brand guns and bandanas?
It's like there's like, I don't know. But there's one who's like anti-May or something, and it's like quite evident what they're supposed to be. They're like a family of McNuggets from Baltimore or something.
That's cute.
Wherever this Kerwin Frost gentleman resides.
Yeah, I don't know
It's a
anything
fun
about him. I
name.
just see him like modeling stuff. I don't know
Yeah,
what
he's
he
fun.
does.
I like
He
him.
makes music.
No, he's a fashion guy.
Okay, that's what he
Oh,
does.
okay. But are the nuggets actually shapes?
No,
Oh.
and you get a toy. You don't get shaped
Oh.
nuggets.
They should do that. That'd be a good promotion to have.
Shaped ass nuggets. That's
Or-
a,
Didn't
that's
they
some
used to
90s
do that?
shit. That's some 90s shit. You
I
couldn't
think
do that
the
anymore.
Burger King nuggets used to be shaped like
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The 90s and early 2000s were the peak era of where it was like, it's
Food
Sprite,
aesthetics.
but it's blue.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
and it was just so poisonous for you.
Now everything has to be healthy. Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
They wanted, Michael Bloomberg became mayor of New York and said no more soda, and then everything changed.
Soda!
Soda. I'm gonna come.
And Big Mike said no
Big
more
Mike.
unhealthy
Yeah.
school lunches.
Speaking of, I'm gonna come. Big Mike.
Speaking of Andy Milonakis' right-wing conspiracy theories.
That'd be funny if Andy Milonakis is streaming, just going on about how Michelle is a cock. He's like, I seen it.
Big Mike took
So,
away.
man, I'm telling you, and he's pimping out Obama to have gay sex with Saudi princes in the presidential limo. That's part of it.
Tucker had that guy on his
That's
show.
part of it.
That guy just said, yeah, he blew Obama, but
Yeah.
the real schizo version of that like gay Obama conspiracy theory
Yeah.
is that Michelle Obama is a man. she's pimping out Obama she was pimping him out to have gay sex with Saudi royals during the Benghazi attacks.
That's
and like
pretty funny.
that's part of why it went so wrongly.
Huh.
Which is way cooler than just like
I mean, hey, where was he during
blew
Benghazi
I don't
attacks?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
He was getting a Kerwin Frost box at McDonald's.
Heyo. They should make a Jeff Daniels box at McDonald's.
They
It's
should.
just like guys in
At
suits for all the
Culver's.
toys.
It'd be a Culver's.
It would be a
thing, 'cause
Culver's
he's
thing,
a
'cause
Northern
he's a
Great
Michigan
Lakes.
I've never had
yeah.
Culver's before.
You've never had
shitting me?
Yeah, no, I've
Culver's?
never
You're a
had Culver's.
Midwest guy and you've never had
Yeah.
Culver's?
Yeah.
Do you eat red meat?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, you should
The fish
check it out.
sandwich there is really fucking good.
This guy likes fast food fish, which is just whack.
I don't eat red meat, so my options get
Go
limited.
get chicken, boy.
I don't even think they have chicken stuff at Culver's.
They don't have tendies?
You could figure
Yeah,
it
they
out.
have tendies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're known for their burgers, I guess. But the fish sandwich is really good. If you should give it a try if you're into that. I know most people probably aren't. You're giving me a look like I'm crazy.
Because you are.
The only fast food I'll splurge on is Taco Bell. That's really. I haven't had McDonald's in years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had. I probably get McDonald's maybe 5 times a year. I can count on
Okay.
one hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fair. I wonder what Jeff Bridges' favorite fast food is.
Jeff
Jeff
Daniels.
Bridges.
Or I bet you Jeff Bridges is a In-N-Out guy.
Jeff,
or a Jack in
yeah,
the Box guy
probably
because he's from Cali.
California.
That'd be funny. You do that as a bit one day. Is every celebrity guess which their fast what vibe do they give off? But
I'm looking up which Jeff Daniels movie am I, because I think that'd be, if that's a quiz, that would be kind of a fun.
My shooter, a crackhead, he looked like Jeff Daniels.
there you go.
Is that from a song? Or
No,
did you just make it up?
just Jeff Daniels does kind of look like a crackhead at times, I feel.
He
So.
kind of.
Oh! Look what he was in.
Space Chimps. Yo.
We loved that when we were kids. We had that on DVD.
An
Do you remember
animated
that
monkey movie. Yeah,
I remember
it.
that. Like, it's funny. I remember like seeing. Did you ever see it?
No, I've never seen it. Who does
Bro,
he play?
I
in
remember
it?
like scenes from that movie.
Go
Zartog?
monkey, go monkey,
The
go.
evil. That's the antagonist. That's the villain.
Is he a monkey?
No, he's an alien,
Oh.
and he does a funny voice. He doesn't sound like Jeff Bridges. He's doing like a voice.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
What else was he in? Yeah,
Jeff Golden
Gettysburg,
Gate Bridges. Just think that.
Arachnophobia. Haven't seen.
Which Jeff Daniels movie am I? Dumb and Dumber, because that's the one where he's retarded, like me.
Oh, Pleasantville. I haven't seen it, but that's cool that
We
he was
were,
in that.
we were supposed to watch that in high school, and then I didn't.
Oh, is that the one with Toby?
Or no,
Yeah.
that we. Actually,
I like Toby. I'd give that a shout.
I don't think
Toby
we were
goes
even-
to the 50s.
Oh yeah, because
They,
he's
like-
obsessed with the TV show or whatever.
I don't know. I just
yeah,
know
we
they
should
jerk
check that
off
out.
and they turn into colors. Like they're all in black and white, and then when they bust, or like have sex,
Whoa.
they see the world in color. I'm not making it
More
up.
like
I'm not
Pleasant Spill.
Aren't they siblings in that movie?
Who?
Toby and the girl?
Well, there's a whole ville of
Oh,
people.
okay.
There's a whole Pleasant Spill.
Yeah, there's a whole
Pleasant
pleasant.
Spill.
Yeah, when you have your pleasant spill. I don't know if it was in my. I think it was a different English teacher's class. They were supposed to watch it, or it was a class I was in. I just didn't.
Huh.
Jeff Daniels was in Allegiant, which is one of the Divergent sequels.
Oh, I haven't
seen any of
anything
those.
I went to the first one to just touch boobs because I was like a freshman in high
Dude,
school.
everyone's
That's a good
got
move.
movies where they just go touch boobs or get sucked.
and don't
Get
remember
sucked.
anything from
Joe,
it.
did you have any movies where you just went to touch boobs or get sucked?
Oh,
Or at least try? And that was just the main intent, and you remember the movie for that reason.
I don't know if that's a part of Chaldean culture. is
Yeah,
boob
not really.
touching in a movie.
No, I never went. Yeah, because I was a fucking loser in high school, so I never went on any dates. And then when I was in college, I wasn't taking the girls to the theater. And I've seen movies with my fiance. I don't know if that counts.
I mean, if
You're
Yeah.
once you're like in college, you're
Yeah,
like past
you're
it.
past
It's
that.
juvenile like to do
Okay.
as
Yeah.
an adult. Yeah.
My favorite was Finding Dory. I was finding Hoary in that
Finding
movie
Hoary.
theater.
You're like, hey, this Ellen voice is really getting me going. Ellen's
Brutal.
voice.
Yeah, I just remember touching boobs at the first Divergent movie. And I remember watching it and being like, what is this YA garbage? Like,
Yeah,
like this,
that's how I felt about all those movies.
What was the first Disney Star Wars 2?
Force Awakens?
The Force Awakens.
My dick awoke in that movie.
There you go. There you go.
That was another one I touched boob at.
Because I was being forced to touch lady at Rogue One the first time I saw it in theaters, and I missed out on the whole movie. I'm like, fuck that! I didn't even get to enjoy the movie.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah, I've never missed a movie I intentionally wanted to actually see.
I like how Ben Shapiro said that Rogue One was good in that video. With
I'm
like, all right,
Wait,
Ben.
what about the lady that was hitting her vape and slopping off her boyfriend at a Broadway show?
Lauren Boebert.
Is that who that was?
The Congress representative.
Oh yeah,
I want her to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd like
That'd
to
be
take her
sick.
to a movie theater and
see how she
watch
behaves.
some shitty YA series.
Yeah, I'd like to go see the new Hunger Games movie with Lauren Boebert.
I forgot
please.
that it even came out.
Yeah.
I remember I was somewhere and I saw a trailer for it. I'm like, what the fuck?
my girl made me see it, and I was miserable.
Was it based off of a book
Yeah, it's
that
a
she wrote
book.
too? Okay.
Yeah, it's like the prequel to the Hunger Games about President Snow.
The pre-cum to the Hunger Games.
Pre-cum. The Ballad of
I saw Peter Dinklage was
Song.
in it.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Dink.
he in the first ones?
No.
No.
His character dies at the end of the movie.
In the new one?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Does he die of dwarfism?
No, he drinks mercury and kills himself, I think.
He goes out like a Chinese
That's
emperor. But that's the story. That's what happened to the first emperor of China.
He drank mercury and died?
Yeah,
Good for
he
him.
wanted to be immortal, so he asked all of his scientists.
Oh,
which
yeah,
back
I've
then a
heard that
scientist
story.
was just a crackhead. He asked, and they're like, "Drink this; it'll make you immortal." And he was drinking mercury. Because think about it. To be fair,
Yeah.
if you're a dude,
What was his name?
I don't know, first emperor of China.
Make
but-
it up.
I don't know.
Good, nice try, bud. Nice
Yeah,
try.
no.
I ain't walking into that one.
Let's ask George Lucas to make it up.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn, yeah, we'll call him
Emperor Qui-Gon Jinn.
Emperor Qui-Gon Jinn of China.
My
'Cause if
shooter,
you're
a
like a
crackhead, he
dude
looked
back
like
in
Qui-Gon
the
Jinn.
olden days and you see mercury and it's a shiny liquid, you're gonna
Yeah,
be like,
it's
well,
fair.
no shit, this will give me powers. Like, of
Obviously.
course, look at it. Like,
Yeah.
how could something that looks like liquid mercury not give you superpowers?
That's what I think
think
about
so.
when I see the prime that glows in the dark.
Is there prime that grows in the dark?
Just the bottle does, but I wish
liquid
the
glows.
liquid
Yeah.
glowed
Yeah.
glowed
Glows.
Glowed, I think.
glows in
Glue.
the dark.
Yeah.
Glue. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the liquid were to glow in the
We're
dark,
to glow. There we go. I
if
think
the
we got
liquid
it.
were to glow, I would not.
That
Feel
would
safe
be
consuming
spooky.
That's a
that.
Shakespeare line.
That's what I said. 90s and early 2000s, peak of like insane food and drink shit that was probably just not good for you, but was all for marketing.
Yeah.
Well, they had the glow prime, and then they also had the moon flavored prime, and I'm like, I need to know what the moon tastes
I
like.
want to know what the moon tastes like.
The
Turns out
Grimace
not very
shake.
good.
They did a Grimace shake this year. That
And
was
it
pretty
killed
good.
all those people on TikTok.
I
Yeah,
know,
all those
it was
people are
pretty
dead now.
violent.
Yeah.
It was very
What did the
violent.
Grimace shake taste like?
Purple.
Purple.
Did you have one?
Yeah, of course, foo. I'm a McDonald's head.
All right, fair.
Is it just vanilla?
I think it was just vanilla, but it tasted like purple.
Purple. That's interesting.
Well, you're lucky to be alive.
Yeah,
after
I mean,
that
you
one,
made it, dude.
I know. I'm surprised. They were purple fentanyl shakes.
Purple fentanyl shake.
They put Fent in my Grimace shake.
More Fent, please. Can I have one Grimace shake? Extra Fent.
That's the future America. So you get fentanyl at the truck. Let me get a small fry and
Fent
extra
for dipping.
Extra fentanyl on the side,
extra
please.
fentanyl.
For dipping.
For dipping.
Fentanyl sauce.
Fentanyl sauce for dipping. Sweet and sour fentanyl.
That's what happened at the end of the last episode. Is I killed myself with chocolate fentanyl.
And he gave the show to me.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
we did a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, bringing it back to Wonka.
I
That's
did-
how that movie should have ended.
Made Joe drink mercury.
Yeah.
He gave
It's gonna
me
make
the
you live
podcast.
forever.
Like Emperor Qui-Gon Jinn.
It's like, do you ever see those videos of Kim Jong Il's funeral, and they're just like so shocked
Like
that he
sobbing and
died?
screaming.
They're like, "How the fuck did he die?
That's
He was gonna live forever. He told us he was
insane.
gonna live forever.
He
That's
lives on
so
in
insane.
spirit.
He lives on in Un.
In Un, yeah. Well, he does, and he's watching over them always because they have to have a picture of him in every like public, like school or building. They have to have a picture of
Un or ill?
both.
Both of them.
And so if
Holding
if
hands.
they no, and it's like just a portrait of the two who have died. Yeah, the two who have died now because it was Kim Il Sung and then Kim Jong Il, and now Kim Jong Un. Yeah, and so when Kim Jong Un dies, he'll go up there and I'm like, when are they gonna stop? Like, what if North Korea's around forever and eventually it's just
Yeah.
like a whole wall?
It's
of,
like an employee of the month
Yeah.
for for Emperor of North
I wonder
Korea.
if they have that in the North Korean Politburo.
Well, aren't they saying his sister is next in line and she's not in on the whole?
No, I doubt
You're the
that.
last
It's hard.
in line.
Anyone who tells you like with certainty, even like
What's
a
going
political
on over there?
commentator, even
Yeah.
if they claim to be an expert who says I know what's going on, they don't. No one knows what's going on over there with certainty.
What in tarnation
Like
is
anything-
going on over there?
So
in North
Yumi
Korea?
Park didn't actually eat rats?
Or have you ever seen it's her talking about pulling the train and it's doing this guy's doing the math on how much a train car weighs, let alone multiple of them, and how many people you would need to be able to pull one. It's like physically impossible. She looks scary now too.
Who, the sister?
Yumi Park. She's this like dissident who like came from there,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to be.
She wrote a book about like what it was like in North Korea, and then she went on Joe Rogan.
She's lying.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be pro North Korea, but I can imagine there's some embellishments in her story because she also hangs out with like Charlie Kirk and that yaff. Like,
As
young
long as they can
Republican
play
crowd.
pachinko machines over there, then
can't.
they're probably cool.
They
in.
need to be saved, Riley. There's no pachinko in North Korea.
Fuck
Do you think
that.
they have fun things like pachinko there?
No.
No.
They got basketball.
Yeah, they have hoops.
They do have hoops.
They have
Dennis
Rodman.
Kim Jong Un is the #1 basketball
They
player
have
in the
Rodman.
world.
Yeah,
He's never
true.
lost a game.
Never lost.
What if just like his hoop is like 4 feet and then like the other hoop is like 20 feet and they just like
I think every NBA team should have to retire his name to their rafters.
Yeah.
He's better than Jordan.
Just his fat ass.
He has more
just
consecutive
flying
wins.
in the Air Jordan.
He's like
Yeah.
6 inches off the ground.
it's like they should do a Space Jam but with Kim Jong Un.
Do you know the
Missile jam.
Do you know the story of Korean Godzilla?
No.
Or sorry, North Korean Godzilla?
No.
Buddy, you need to. He kidnapped a couple. They were a famous like directing duo from South Korea. Straight up kidnapped them and forced them to produce movies for like a decade.
Damn.
They had to like escape. It was insane. And they made like what's considered to be the most famous North Korean movie ever. And it's kind of a ripoff of Godzilla, but
Okay.
kind of not. It's very interesting. The story is insane. I'll send you a video about it.
Yeah.
It's called
Interesting.
Godzilla.
No, it's not called that. It's called something, not that. It's
Go
called
J-
King Kong, but it's about a giant.
King
It's
Kong.
called Ling Long.
Yeah.
It's called King Kong Checks In.
King Kong checks in.
Actually, I think the Japanese version of Godzilla is Gojira.
There's that new one that came out.
Oh yeah, what's it?
Everyone's hyped on it, dude. I saw its reviews on
Godzilla
Letterboxd.
smeller of panties.
It's like mostly 5s. Apparently, it's amazing.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Is it in American theaters or is it going to?
It is. I saw a poster or a sign for it the other. It's called like Godzilla. What is it? Godzilla
Kaiju.
0 or something like
Yeah.
that. Godzilla 1 or something.
Godzilla Keeper of Honor.
Okay.
I already know what happens at the end of it, so I don't. I also don't like watching movies with subtitles. So
Ooh.
Ooh.
yeah,
Ooh.
That's a hot take.
So I guess no foreign movie February here then, huh?
we can.
I'm not gonna force you to watch a movie with subtitles.
No, I mean I've watched movies with subtitles. I focus too much on the subtitles, and so I don't watch what's going on in the movie.
We're going to do Fred-uary and watch all 3 of the Fred movies with John Cena.
There were 3.
Probably. I don't know.
Fred? What's Fred? Oh, Fred.
We both
Yeah,
just
okay.
gave you a look like boy.
No, okay.
Yeah, we're doing Fred-uary.
Yeah, Fred Claus.
That's a Fred movie.
That'd be a Fred Semper.
Yeah,
Fred Semper.
Fred Sember. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you guys
this
didn't do any
Jeff-uary.
holiday movies this year.
No, we did. Look Who's Talking Now is a Christmas movie.
Oh. Well, the other Travolta movies were
Michael,
Christmas movies.
it opens with like a Santa like sleigh, but there's
Okay.
nothing else like holiday about that movie.
The Capital One commercial where he's Santa. Is a
Yeah,
Christmas
I was gonna say
movie.
that
I
was
like
our big.
that one.
Yeah, that was our big.
I like when he's Disco Santa. But then I thought to myself, he's a Scientologist. Why does he care about Santa Claus?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
They appropriate the cross for some strange reason.
That's what I was thinking about Michael
isn't it-
because he plays Michael the angel in
Yeah.
the movie Michael.
But isn't he like a bad boy?
Yeah, he's a bad boy, but he's deep into Scientology at that point. So I'm like, what's he making this angel movie for?
A bag.
check. Yeah.
Yeah, check.
A bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did that Gotti. We should have done that Gotti movie.
Oh yeah, that was. I had a
Jeremy
whole
Piven
list of
directed.
movies. Jeremy Piven directed that?
Or produced it or something. I'm not making that up. I'm 90% sure Jeremy Piven had
Damn.
something to do with the production of that movie. Hold on, let me check.
I miss him.
Was he dead?
No, he just got canceled for grabbing boobs, I think. And
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Was he in a movie theater? Then it's cool.
yeah, it's cool when
Was
Jeremy
he watching
Piven does
Finding
it.
Dory?
Yeah.
Then you can grab boobs.
No, Kevin Conley from Entourage.
Oh, yeah, okay.
E from Entourage.
Okay, that makes a bit more
E
sense.
for Entourage.
Wait, is that E?
That
Yes,
is
that's
E. Yeah, Kevin Dillon is Johnny Drama, and Vince
one
Chase. What?
No one remembers Turtle's name.
Jerry Maguire? No,
No.
his name is something Maguire, I think.
You might be right. I don't know. And
Or it's Jerry something.
Who's Vinny Chase?
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels plays Vinny Chase.
That'd be
No,
awesome if they made Entourage with geezers and Jeff Daniels
Was Vinny Chase.
yeah.
That's kind of what Curb is Entourage for
Entourage.
geezers.
Entourage for
geezers.
geezers. Yeah, Ballers is Entourage for football guys. The Wire is Entourage for black people. That's a bad joke.
Sex in the City's Entourage for bitches.
Sex in the
bitches.
City is Entourage for women.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Absolutely it is. Yeah.
That's not a joke. That's facts.
But you don't know the Vinny Chase guy's name? 'Cause I don't-
Adrian something. Adrian
Brody.
No, not Adrian Brody.
I wish Adrian
Oz
Brody
is
had Entourage.
Oz is Entourage for prisoners.
Deadwood is Entourage for old timey
For cowboys.
Western people.
prospectors. Yeah,
'Cause they
Civil
have-
War reenactors.
Yeah,
How about that?
Sopranos is Entourage for
For
mafia
Italians.
bros. Oh yeah, Italians.
Just Italians.
yeah.
Um,
It's Adrian something. Adrian Grenier, I think.
Brody.
because I was at the Denver airport last
What are we
year, and I
talking
saw
about?
he was on a poster there, and I took a Snapchat of him. I said, "Yo, no way, Vinny Chase at the Denver airport," because I didn't know his name. And then
We could do Super Bowl.
Adrian
February.
Grenier, yeah.
I watched
Jerry Ferrera is Turtle.
I watched Devil Wears Prada with my girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
and he's the boyfriend. in
Yeah,
it.
right.
And I'm like, it's Vinny Chase. I've never seen him in anything but Entourage.
Yeah, where he's like the biggest superstar in the world.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
he looks the part. He does look like he would be,
yeah.
some Hollywood mega guy.
Yeah. He doesn't look like Mark Wahlberg, which always bothered me.
He does? You think?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, why should he have to look like Mark Wahlberg?
Because the show is about Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, because he produced it.
Yeah, it's like his story.
Yeah, and they're Brooklyn guys, not
Yeah.
Boston guys. I guess I just never put two and two together.
And he has a less successful brother. And I think
Wow.
Turtle is actually one of his friends' names.
That's crazy.
What if Mark Wahlberg's friend's name is Tortoise?
Tortoise, yeah. He's like, it'd be too obvious if it was Tortoise.
If it was Tortoise, we got the
Guys.
turtle.
Guys, this guy, his name's Turtle. He's a crazy guy, and he starts a vodka company or something.
He's always wearing fitted hats backwards. It's kind of weird. No one does that anymore.
No, unless you're Fred
The
Durst.
fashion in that show is
Guys.
insane.
It's Optimus Prime.
It's Fred Durst.
Fred Durst was
Sweet.
probably an Entourage.
He would be. He was on top then. He's coming back. All those guys
He-
are coming back.
He
Yeah, people
directed.
like that kind of stuff now.
Fred
It's
Durst
like,
directed something.
Yes.
whoa.
The movie. Fucking. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. The movie. Fuck. What's it called? Where Travolta plays an autistic guy, the fanatic. He plays an autistic guy who's like obsessed with this one actor, and he breaks into his house and like kidnaps him. And Fred Durst directed it.
What?
Whoa.
That was
Yeah.
a recent one.
That
too,
was
right?
recent. That was a couple years ago.
Did it do well? I hope it
No, it did horrible.
did. Yeah, I wanted Fred Durst to have a career.
The fanatic.
Fred Blurst. More like Fred Wurst.
Fred Durst.
Fred Wurst.
Yeah, Fred
Ooh,
Durst.
that makes me want a bratwurst.
Fred's bratwurst.
Fred Wurst. He's
Fred
German.
Jeff
It's his-
Daniels.
Fred-
his German cousin.
Fred verse Jason.
Dude, I bet you there's German rap rock music, and I bet you it sounds fucking insane.
Probably.
I'm gonna have to find some of that. to
Where did
listen
that
to.
come from? Where
I
did
said
what woman-
Fred Wurst, like it is
Oh.
his German cousin. So I'm like,
Frank.
German rap rock. It is
Frank
Fred Wurst.
Fred Wurst.
Fred Wurst, his German cousin.
Because Limp Bizkit is already kind of spelled like kind of German, like
Biscuit.
it's
Yeah.
Biscuit, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, any
That's
closing thoughts
anything.
about Jeff
Yeah, Jeff
Daniels?
Daniels. This was a great Jeff-uary.
This was a great way to kick off Jeff-uary.
For sure.
All right, so where do you rank so far of all the Jeffs we've talked about? Where do you rank Jeff Daniels?
But we don't know the other Jeffs.
Yeah.
So it's a blind ranking.
So he's number one.
He's number one.
If I could think of 4 better Jeffs in Hollywood, so I'm gonna have to put him in 4th.
Well, he has to be number one for now, dummy.
Oh, okay.
We haven't talked about anyone else.
We haven't talked about the other Jeffs.
All right.
We'll adjust the rankings after every episode.
He'll always be number 1 Jeff on Broadway for sure.
He'll be number one.
And number one Michigan Jeff.
Yes.
Mitten
Number
Man
one
Jeff.
to his wife, probably.
Yeah, probably.
True.
I don't think she wants to fuck Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Hey, speak for herself. Am I right?
I think Jeff Goldblum wheels. I think he's like notorious for like banging. I could be just wrong, but I think he's like notorious for like banging young girls. Not like that.
His wife is like, she's not a young girl,
okay,
but she's like
20 years younger than him.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's probably.
But that's
what
all
I'm
these
thinking of.
guys.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Except Jeff Daniels,
Except
because he
Jeff
married his
Daniels,
high
yeah.
school sweetheart.
That's true.
good for them. All right.
All right. Peace
All
out.
right.
guys.
Big peace.